Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live or DIECAST. It is another cold day here in the Midwest, so I figured what better than to share a recent trade that I was able to do with a local collector. It's been probably a few months back. I found a few of those Porsche Outlaw Super Treasure Hunts, and a local collector was needing one, and he has quite the collection, and so he told me to come over and let's make a trade. So I went over to his house, and his garage is full of Hot Wheels, chase cars, Super Treasure Hunts, Auto Worlds. Like, when I say full, I mean like shelves, boxes, bags, everywhere. I mean, I was like, whoa. But I was able to make a trade, and I want to share it with you. And I want you to stick around till the end of this video because I want to show you something really cool. My son and I have been called stagers. We've been told it's fake, and it's not. It's really awesome, and I want to share it with you all. I gotta share it, so I'm going to. But first up, I believe this is a Kmart exclusive. This is the 2018 Collector Edition 55 Chevy Bel Air Gasser. The camera does not do this thing justice. This thing right here, I mean, compared to some of my Super Treasure Hunts, this thing is a beast. I mean, it's got the rear tail light details, the license plate, the Spectraflame paint, the Hot Wheels livery, this awesome card, and the real riders with the torque thrust front and rear. This thing is just nasty. Very, very cool. Very happy to have it in the collection. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you all think. I'm pretty sure this is a Kmart exclusive, and we don't have any Kmarts around here. Look at that thing. That thing is sick. I'm glad to have this in the collection for sure. Stoked about that. And you all know I'm a huge Sterling protector case guy, made right here in the USA. These things are just, it's a thick plastic, clear, and it really puts the finishing touch on a nice piece. It really does. I mean, it goes from classy to glassy. Check that out. I mean, that just completes it right there. It's like, oh, that's something special. Yeah, it is. It's an exclusive 55 gasser. That thing is sick. It's beautiful. Beautiful casting, beautiful paint, beautiful livery. The wheels, tires, perfect. Got the chrome engine sticking out the front. Metal base. Tail lights done. It's got something on the back. I can't read it, but the detail is just incredible on this thing. So there's the first one. And then the added bonus to the trade was another Super Treasure Hunt. Now you can see the symbol, the little gold flame back there, and yep, the DMC DeLorean. Super Treasure Hunt. Stoked to have this in the collection. I know if you all are watching this, you probably watched Nas or Shelby Street Diecast or Nostalgic. Nas just recently posted one of these on Instagram, I believe. He just recently added this to his collection, and I thought that was really cool. He shared a picture, and I was like, man, I got to share mine. I just recently acquired that one in my collection too. So what a coincidence, Nas. Good people have great taste, right? That's what I say. But yeah, this thing is sick. It was a 2014 release. It's got the real rider tires, front and rear. The number 10 on the side. Got the Treasure Hunt. Super, super stoked to add that to the collection as well. So thank you very, very much to the local collector. Kevin, much appreciated. Thanks for inviting me over to your house. Thanks for the hospitality, and thanks for making the trade. I know you were happy. I'm happy, and that's what matters. So I was able to add a couple of awesome, awesome castings to the collection. There again, got it in that Sterling protector, made right here in the USA. Thick-walled plastic. It's got a solid construction to it. I mean, if you run this thing over with a truck or a car, it's going to get damaged. But some of the other protectors that I have seen and held in my hand, you can just tell that they're real thin and flimsy. These are not. This is a solid construction. Sterling has done a wonderful, wonderful job on these protectors. So Sterling, you know, if you want to sponsor me, that's okay. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, go out, get your Sterling protectors. Again, made here right in the USA. You will not be disappointed, I promise. So I traded the Super Porsche, and I've still got it in the collection too, but traded it for these two awesome castings. Super stoked to have those in the collection. Again, thank you so much, Kevin. I hope everybody's doing well, staying warm, staying healthy. I know there's been some guys in the diecast community come down with the exhausting C word. I won't even say it. I don't even like saying it anymore. I'm sick of it. I wish it would go away sooner rather than later. But I want to say to those guys out there, you know, I hope you're doing okay. My thoughts and prayers go out to your health and your longevity here on earth and your life. So get well soon, guys. Keep putting out the videos. We'll be here to support you when you get back. Take all the time you need. My son and I have been going to Target the last week. I think we've hit it three nights in a row, 2 nights in a row for sure. And we got lucky. We went again yesterday and found the C case dropped. First C case I've seen. I've hardly even seen any A or B. It just went right to C case. But my son and I were in there fooling around. We were kind of cleaning up the mess. Somebody had opened the case, left it all over the shelf. And I told my son, I was like, we're going to pick this up. We're going to go hang it on the pegs. We're going to make it look nice. That's how we leave our name on things. So that's what we did. Just trying to represent for the diecast community. Not all of us are slobs. You know, some of us do pick up after ourselves and other collectors. So, but it was exciting. We got to go through and play with the Hot Wheels, and we enjoy doing that too. It's not really work for us. We enjoy doing it. So, and it cleans up the aisle and makes it look nice and presentable. But we ran into another collector that had come down from Kirksville, and he travels around. He just happened to be in Columbia. He's a Hot Wheel collector. He came up and he was excited. He found the C case, and I told him, I was like, yeah, all the good stuff's gone. There was no super, you know, the treasure hunt's already gone. We got beat. And I was like, you know, got to talking to him, and I was like, you want to hear a funny story? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, we were here yesterday or the day before, and they still had all those fresh 9-packs out there. And I was like, my son and I found a super treasure hunt in a 9-pack. He's like, man, that's you. I seen that on social media. But he's like, wasn't it a kid or something holding it? And I was like, yeah, that's my son. Hey, Daddy, come on. And he's like, oh, man, yeah, congratulations. That's super cool. And I was like, man, it's a small world. Really is. So be on your best behavior. Remember, friendliness is free because you never know who's watching. So speaking of that super treasure hunt 9-pack, you know, I have to thank Target. I have to thank Mattel. I have to thank all my sponsors, which is none. No, I'm joking. But seriously, thank you, Target. Much appreciated. This is not fake. It's still factory sealed. I've got it on camera. My son and I, and the way this went down is funny too. I know you can see it right there. There's that super treasure hunt. Beautiful, beautiful. You see the TH on the rear quarter, the Real Riders, the Spectre Fame paint. And it's got a cool, so initially when I picked this up, they were all stacked face down like this, okay? And they were stacked up. And there was like probably 8 or 9 of them, 9-packs. This one was sitting on the very top like this. And I seen this white Maverick, and I was like, oh, that's cool, Ford Maverick, because I don't see a lot of those castings. So I picked it up, and I'm checking out the Maverick, and I'm like, man, I really don't want to spend $10, you know. So I'm checking out the other cars, and I get to the Shelby, and I'm like, I see the TH on the rear quarter, and I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me, dude. I told my son, I was like, get over here and look at this. And so I showed it to him, and he was like, oh my gosh, Dad, it has a TH on it. That's a super treasure hunt. And I was like, yeah. I was like, we just found an in-store 9-pack with a super treasure hunt in it. And I was like, man, I kept checking. I was like, is that, let me get my finders on here. Well, you gotta be, and I was like, yeah, that's a 9-pack with a super treasure hunt in it. So I gave it to him and he held it and was like, yeah, and I posted that picture and that's what the dude was talking about. He's like, it wasn't you that found it, it was some kid. And I was like, yeah, it was my son. But there's been a couple of guys share this on TikTok. It's been shared on Facebook, in Hot Wheels groups. I've never had a find be shared by other Hot Wheels enthusiasts, so that's pretty cool. And then this one guy shared it, and he didn't really say anything, you know, about somebody else finding it, and it kind of sounded like he found it, which I didn't really care. I'm like, hey, it's awesome. Share it, you know. And there was a few people that got on there and were like, hey, you know, you're sharing someone else's photo. You didn't find that. Brandon found that. Da, 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 da. And I was just like, yeah, it's no big deal. You know, I really don't care. But I did find it, and I've got the video to prove it. So I was on Facebook this morning, and I saw, a guy had found a 9-pack. It didn't have any treasure hunts or anything in it. It had two mainline Studebaker, the Studebaker truck, that's the super treasure hunt. It had 2 of those in it, but they were main lines, and I was checking it out because I thought maybe one of them was a super. And I saw a comment, and this dude was like, yeah, man, did you see that video of that guy? Somebody found a 9-pack with a super treasure hunt in it. And this dude commented, yeah, that was fake. And he was like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, man. So I contemplated, and I was like, you know what? I got to set the record straight. Like, you can't be on here calling people liars. You know, when you say that's fake, you're calling me and my son a liar. That's basically what you're doing in a roundabout way. And I'm not a liar. I have nothing to gain from this. If you think I'm going to come home, buy a 9-pack, come home, open up a super treasure hunt, change it out, swap it out, take it back into the store, video it, and then carry this out without paying for it, you're crazy. Like, that's too much work for me. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm out on that one. So I was like, look, dude, you know, you might want to check your resources. I'm the one who actually found it. It's not fake. I've got pictures. I've got in-store video, you know, so check your resources pretty much. And the other dude that was telling him that he saw it was like, oh, you know, yeah. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, seriously, you don't get on there saying people are liars and fake when you really don't know. I found this in the store, in Target, super treasure hunt. I was thinking about trading this away, but the more I look at it, I don't think I'm going to, because I've had a lot of people say, man, those are really rare. And I have found way more super treasure hunts than I have 9-packs with supers in them. So it's rare. I don't care what it's worth. That's not why I picked it up. I got it to put in my collection as a conversation piece. And I think that's what it is. It makes a great conversation piece. And Tortoise Tom, thank you, Tom. I worked out a trade with him, and he sent me this Shelby Super Treasure Hunt on a card. So I've got the carded version, I've got the 9-pack version, and that's going to look good sitting on a shelf with that Super Treasure Hunt propped up against this 9-pack. That's sweet. So don't sleep on those 9-packs, 20-packs, and 5-packs. Check them, you guys, because you never know what you're going to find. Like I said, I wasn't looking through the 9-packs. I happened to see this one laying on top of that Maverick and just happened to pick it up and was like, are you kidding me? Like, I mean, literally, and now I think like all the 9-packs I never looked at. I'm like, man, I could have been passing up supers and not even known. My son and I went in, we're disappointed because they didn't drop any new main lines. We're like, well, we're not going to find any supers here. Well, guess what, guys and gals? We found a super treasure hunt in a 9-pack. It was crazy. So I'm still stoked about that. Excited. Thank you, Target. Thank you, Mattel. Mattel's always trying to keep things interesting. That's one thing I say about them with their chase cars, their treasure hunts. Good job, Mattel. Keeping it interesting, keeping us on our toes. You never know what you're going to find or where you're going to find it. So I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into this video and watching my nonsense. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Happy hunting. Until next time, this has been Live or DieCast, and I'm out.